Stop chasing. Look, it's Marcel, aka Honey Bunny Sunny, and you know I'm on a mission to make you some money. Listen, today I want to talk to you all about something that I believe is going to be an extremely profitable opportunity if you see it as such and if you take advantage, right? Now, as you all know, I invest, leaps, long-term equities, and I do the day trading on a consistent basis with you all in a Prosperity Collective, right? But there's also another asset class that I invest in, which is crypto, okay? Crypto is cryptocurrency, right? It's the currency of the blockchain, which essentially is a network of computers, for those who don't know, that communicates with, with one another, and has traces and representation across the globe in multiple locations to confirm and create essentially like a transparent environment for all users, right? So this is like the, like decentralization is one of the major components of the blockchain, right? And what that means is basically, instead of like a government controlling everything and saying that, hey, we're going to have all this information or data, that data and information is readily made available to people around the globe, as long as they have access to the to the network of the blockchain. So essentially, it creates a more transparent environment, so that there's not fraudulent things that are getting past people, in terms of like us being taken advantage of and being made a victim, at the hands of only one entity or institution being able to control information, right? So, it will absolutely transform the way we do business in the future. It will absolutely transform pretty much everything about our lives as we know it, with mass adoption, right? So mass adoption is in place, right? It's taking place right now, but it won't be some overnight thing, but it has been taking place for some years now, and it is starting to gain steam. And with each administration that we have in office, there's like a new level that's unlocked. With this particular administration, I'm not saying whether I'm for them or not. We're not getting into politics, but this particular administration has unlocked some key things, for cryptocurrency, specifically the White House wanting to be like the superpower for Bitcoin, right? For whatever reason, the president made that decision. Wherever it came from, it is something that is beneficial to the blockchain and crypto community. So with that being said, Ethereum is something that I'm very bullish on, and I believe that it has the potential to not necessarily overtake Bitcoin, but to make up for the lack of performance that it's had in the past, right? So a lot of people judge Ethereum based off of its like 4-year cycles, right? The way that it's been performing in 4 years, but there haven't been a ton of 4-year cycles to really get an accurate depiction of what exactly Ethereum's pattern is, right? The way that I see it is Ethereum is a crypto that has a very strong use case, but was kind of like suppressed, just like XRP or Ripple, right? Because it had some hurdles that it had to get over. It had some things that needed to take place in the blockchain world in order for the things that it does to be considered useful out in the world. Now, this is where the opportunity for Ethereum gets really good, right? Ethereum is really good at allowing for companies, organizations to tokenize things. Tokenization is simply a massive division, slicing up of an asset, digitizing it, right? And allowing other people to invest in it and benefit from it, right? So what a lot of people are predicting is that, not a lot of people, but what some experts are predicting is that there will be a mass adoption of tokenization. And tokenization could even take over Wall Street and be the new thing that Wall Street is made up of, right? Like there's, tons of different assets that are being, like built and tokenized so that we could benefit from. The same way that gambling went from just being able to say, okay, this team is going to beat this team, to it being this team is going to beat this team by this much, or this person is going to get this many blocks, or this person is going to wipe their floor. It's almost, you can bet on pretty much anything now. So it's the same with the asset classes. They're going to be able to tokenize pretty much anything. So if there's something in real life, right, like maybe a car or maybe a house in a particular area that you love, you'll be able to actually participate in that investment without having ever actually truly owned it or had to qualify for it, right? You'll be able to partially invest. So Ethereum is kind of like the toll for that, right? They get paid all these fees from people building these tokenizations on top of their network. So if they're talking about Wall Street, in the future, next 5-10 years, being almost completely remapped to accommodate the various tokenizations that are going to be taking place, we're talking about Ethereum finally catching its stride and starting to, outperform some of these other cryptocurrencies. It's been underperforming. Like, I don't know if you know, there was a time where, it and Bitcoin were a lot closer, and then Bitcoin just kind of took off while, Ethereum was, just dealing with a bunch of things. But now that those things are in the rear view, Ethereum is starting to get some steam. There's way more adoption on the institutional side, which means that there's just so much more upside available, right? So if Ethereum can continue to, unlock these different doors, right, and continue to get the, the support of like institutions, we could possibly see Ethereum, go to numbers that people weren't imagining, right? It will close that performance gap that it's had for years with Bitcoin. Not necessarily saying that it will overtake it, but we could definitely see high double-digit, like 5-figure Ethereum. So it's something that I'm interested in. I definitely encourage you all to go do your own research and really understand what this blockchain is. Really understand what what Ethereum's use case is. And how it will be implemented in the real world, and definitely get very, very clear on tokenization. I think once you all understand that, it will start to make this vision that I have for Ethereum make sense, okay? The future is definitely crypto in terms of how massive fortunes are gonna be amassed. It's not the same that it was for generations that came before us. Millennials, Gen Z, Alpha. It's the digital age that we're getting our gold mine from, our gold rush, or our, whatever the big, the big bubbles were back in the day. So that's all I got for you. Again, go do your research, look into Ethereum, study as much as you can, soak up as much knowledge as possible, and possibly, it's not financial advice, but it may be something that you want to possibly invest in down the road. Again, appreciate you guys coming to hang out. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share so that we can get this algorithm going, right? We can get it more, get my message out to more people so that more people can be impacted and start building their wealth as well. Yeah, that's all I got for you. But remember, invest smart, live free. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.